everybody, this is Randy. Every time we overuse or misuse the word narcissist, especially when we are referring to narcissistic personality disorder, malignant narcissism, when the word is overused and misused, and certain narcissistic traits are labeling that person as a narcissist, we dilute and twist the meaning of the term. So an example of this is I just listened to a YouTube video of someone who has 40,000 subscribers. Someone commented, this was a live feed, and someone during the chat commented that Hitler and Trump had similarities in that they are both narcissists. Now, I haven't lived with Hitler or Trump. I really don't know too much about Hitler's personality. I do know what occurred under his reign. And I do have my own opinions about Trump being an overt narcissist. So I would tend to agree with that commenter's comment. However, the problem is the commenter was making a comment on a channel that has nothing to do with narcissism. So making a correlation between Trump and Hitler in a place where it's basically the general public. 40,000 people, plus the YouTube creator who read the comment aloud. Most of those people, I would guess, don't have any clue about what that commenter was really talking about. So the YouTube creator argued with that comment and got very defensive and said, well, you know, then if you're calling Hitler and Trump both narcissists, you might as well call me a narcissist because I love myself and because I want to be successful, and I, you know, try to be in my own power so that I can, you know, be a successful person, and I pay attention to myself. So obviously this guy who has this channel with 40,000 viewers has no clue what narcissism is, or the true narcissistic personality disorder. And then he's influencing 40,000 other people listening to his channel who may or may not have a clue. However, he's in that position to influence people, and he's misled. And it all was brought out by a commenter who probably did know something about what he or she was talking about when they made correlation between Hitler and Trump. And, you know, try to, all feelings aside, whether you like Trump or not, try, you know, not to respond or react to that. I'm not trying to talk politically here. I am trying to focus on the fact that when we talk about narcissistic personality disorder and then we use the slang narcissist because it's easier than saying narcissistic personality disorder every time, and we're on a channel about narcissistic abuse, we will assume that people have done their research and that they know what we're talking about, or at least they're looking into it, or they know that they don't know everything about it and there's a lot to learn about it. So we can assume that they are not going to misuse the term. A lot of people do still misuse it by calling everybody a narcissist, and it's so dangerous because it really dilutes our own experience. It makes it seem like this is just very typical. Now, narcissistic traits may be becoming more and more common. We do see that. But when you've been individually abused long-term by someone with narcissistic personality disorder, and you've had all the experiences of the gaslighting and all the tactics used on you, and you've basically lost yourself and your sanity at points, and may have even attempted suicide or thought about it just to get out of the relationship, felt so bad about yourself, and all that comes with it, to just randomly go around and name people narcissists who have some narcissistic traits does not do ourselves justice. So I guess I'm just trying to, I'll sum it up, that when we make comments to, quote, lay people, I would call them lay people, the general public who doesn't know what NPD is. When we make comments to people who have not researched it, we may be correct in our comment, but we're using this word that is foreign to them, and we're using it with people who, if they haven't experienced it, they're not going to be willing to learn about it. You know how long it took you to learn about it, or is taking you to learn about it and understand it. It's years, okay? It can take years. The general public, if it doesn't affect them directly, are not going to spend years to learn and understand. So we shouldn't be going around throwing the term out as if it's just something very simple or to be taken lightly. So pay attention to when you use the word, and when you use it in a slang term like just narcissist, when you're really meaning narcissistic personality disorder, anything outside of the YouTube channels, or when you're talking one-to-one or chatting with somebody who you've already established knows the depth of this disorder and really what it means and understands what you're talking about. And this is what I assume on my channel. This is why there's no point in talking to somebody about what it is unless they're willing to research it. And by throwing out the term to the general public, whether you are right or not, is not going to make them or motivate them to do the research and really understand what it is. So just remember that the term narcissist and NPD is a dangerous weapon. It actually can be sabotaging our mission, which is to get the word out there to the general public about what it is. And we can sabotage ourselves by using the term too freely among people who would like a very simple one-sentence explanation of what NPD is, and it simply cannot be done. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great day.